Gun violence often means illegal weapons used by men and teenage boys, but the gun pipeline that makes the violence possible often depends on women. One organization concentrating on that link is called Operation Lipstick. The organization has been doing outreach, enlisting other women as allies in violence prevention. That work recently got some new support from a corporate sponsor. To bring us up to date are two guests from Operation Lipstick, the program director, Ruth Rollins, and the field director, Kim Odom. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Kim, start off. This organization is a women's organization, and I guess that's important to what you do.
It's definitely important to what we do. Lipstick was birthed from our organization, Citizens for Safety, which our tagline is, "Where did the gun come from?" And in asking that question, the research showed that women and girls are exploited and straw buying and holding and hiding guns and trafficking guns in the same manner as their women are exploited in sex trafficking or drug trafficking.
So, Ruth, when you go out to try to convince other women to try to stop that pipeline, how do you do that exactly?
Well, no judgment. I mean, we have a presentation that we do every first Saturday of the month, and it's a curriculum that we use, and it's a safe place. It's a safe place that women aren't judged because of what I was just telling you, that 9 out of 10 through our workshop, a woman will come forward and say her involvement or knowing that guns are in her home. And I think one of the magic things that happen in our workshop, that there's no judgment and we're able to meet women where they're at.
Kim, is there ever a problem when you might find a woman who maybe knows a boyfriend or even her son has a gun, and she's going to say, at least publicly, that he needs that to defend himself?
You know, and I know that that's really challenging, but what we try to help get that understanding and raise the awareness of is, both the moral consciousness about lives, the value of life, and to raise also the legal consequences, and to again raise that consciousness about what is happening in our community, and that we have to be a part of the solution to the pain and the suffering that we all are experiencing and impacting. And so I know that sometimes it can be a challenge to say, my child needs that for protection, but at the end of that, you got to really think about, what does that really mean in the grand scheme of things, that gun is ultimately going to end up taking the life of someone. It could be a family member or someone in the community, and can you live with that? Is it worth it? Is it worth the pain and suffering that we're experiencing in our community daily?
Ruth, I know you can put some of this message in different forms, in a billboard or a radio campaign, but how important is it to meet women face to face and really have this conversation?
Oh, it's very important. We have the great advantage of having other women that work with us, what we call lipstick ladies, that are working in the field, whether it's domestic violence shelters, youth programs, and that one-on-one conversation is so valuable. Like I mentioned, no judgment, being able to understand why they're doing what they're doing and supporting them with resources or a way out of that type of behavior. So that one-on-one is, I believe that's why we've made it so far, because we're able to have that one-on-one. I believe it's part of what we do so well.
It seems it requires trust.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And we thank you again for having us on the show. We're both survivors. I'm from the community. I think by fate that bring me and Kim together, and we both bring, I think that special compassion and understanding with working with women, that, that trust, that women are able to come forward and have the conversations that they do have with us, and we have a great team that works with us.
Right. Well, Kim, now part of the team is a company that makes tuna fish, and they've been doing it for 100 years. So make the connection here. How does that pipeline work?
How does that work? Well, recently we actually had a presentation at the library. Ruthie talked about our monthly presentations that we do at the library, and Mayor Walsh was part of that, and he helped connect us to Chicken of the Sea, giving out these grants to nonprofit organizations that are doing innovative things in their city. So Chicken of the Sea is celebrating their 100th anniversary, and they've been going to 50 cities, and Boston is their finale. And we're so excited that Lipstick was chosen to be one of those grantees. And so on Saturday, tomorrow at 12:30, Lipstick will be presented with a $5,000 check to continue to do the work that we're doing. And we're so excited that, the Chicken of the Sea mermaid's going to be there. So this is going to be a fun event for, a serious issue. But the Chicken of the Sea mermaid's going to be there, and you can bring your children down and they can see her, take pictures with her. We're going to initiate her with put lipstick on her, our lipstick pen. And we appreciate that they saw the value in the work that we're doing with women. And so the connection is the chicken of the mermaid, right? She's a woman, right? And so there's the connection. They understand the opportunity that women have to turn around a negative into a positive, and Ruthie just talked about, we try to do what we do with compassion and non-judgment, but we also realize that when you're asking people to change their behavior, that you have to put resources in place to help them with that change, positive resources, and that's the goal.
Ruth, as you and Kim know, there were 2 events in Boston last night in memory of Don Jaffier, and one of the things I'm sure what people were saying at both events is that something terrible happened, and we all just want to get out there and try harder to make things better. And I guess you need some people to help you do that.
Oh, most definitely. We need it's a quote that Kim always says. It takes a village to save lives, and most definitely we need more people to support the work that we're doing, to get on board, to be able to talk to that mother, daughter, granddaughter, in regards to being part of the solution versus the problem with the gun violence in our community. Unfortunately, that young girl that got killed, it was another gun that ended up on our street that didn't need to be there. Mm-hmm. It hasn't came out as of yet, but a lot of these guns we're finding out through research are illegal traffic firearms. So I believe there's more we can do, and we're hoping that people will join us to support the work that we've been doing. And we have been making a difference.
And if people want to get in touch to find out more, what's the best way to do that?
So we can be reached. Well, first of all, we have locally, we have a workshop every first Saturday at the Grove Hall Library on Geneva Ave. From 10 to 12, we serve light breakfast. We do a train-the-trainer presentation. So one of the things that we do, if you are interested in bringing it to your organization, we would train you, but we would also follow you and help you train your staff or the young people or the old people that you're working with. It's a great way to get involved. We also, wherethertheguncomefrom.org, you can go to our website. I don't have our phone number.
No, the phone number is 617-233-5363. So that's 617-233-5363. And as Ruthie said, we do have a lipstick leadership training that's going to be September 6th. That's the first Saturday of the month, September 6th at the Grove Hall Library, 41 Geneva Ave in Dorchester.
Thank you both very much, Kim Odom and Ruth Rollins from
Thank you, Chris.
Operation Lipstick. We'll have more news in just a moment.